I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it in back bay. Yeah, I got game, God in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it turnpike miles. Yeah, it's Boo signing on, John to the Hancock, and I'm always key, I'm ready to unlock. I be doing big things, don't even have a deal. Yeah, I battle through these.
Welcome back, everyone, to the newest edition of Once a Week. I'm Giannouloudis, and if you've been keeping up with our recent videos, then you might have noticed a trend over the last few weeks. Along with igniting a new sense of personal power in you by teaching you how deep your mind can go and how much it can help you when you begin to tap into it the way we were always meant to, there has also been a trend of healing from our recent videos. With many of the situations, experiences, or struggles that we go through, some of the greatest forms of healing is from a perspective shift to alleviate the pressure off of yourself. And for today, that's what I want to dive into with you. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss another video, but also so you don't miss another opportunity on the information that could radically change your life for the greater by something as simple as a perspective shift. So, let's get to it. Now, if you watched last week's message, there was a phrase that I mentioned a few times throughout it, which was, you get to a realization point in life where you start to understand why it needed to happen the way it did. For any situation you find yourself in where you might be questioning, or you might be feeling the sting of how something played out, of why that person left, or why that something happened to you the way it did. In everything, there's a reason, and in everything, it all comes together because it is all working together for you. That being said, what about those tougher moments? The moments that truly knock us to our knees, the moments that knock the wind out of us and seem to put just a halt on life. The intensity of those moments at times can just be debilitating. The intensity of those moments it's life-changing. Because those tougher moments bring with them a level of trauma. And in working with so many people for so long, or in your own experiences coming across so many different people on a daily basis, each and every single person experiences that trauma from any situation differently. Some people are shut down completely when trauma hits. Some people block it out completely and keep pushing on through. Some are struck with confusion or anxiety or just a lingering depression for long periods of time. And then you have those people who flip it. The stories that we all connect to. The people who rise up out of the dark and flip their pain and allow it to be a driver for radical growth and success. It's a different perspective. These people chose to open a different door with their experience. And I believe that we connect to these people because innately in us, that knowing that we can do it too, that we are supposed to do it too, and their story brings us a strength or a perspective shift because they make us question ourselves in a greater way. Now, I have a feeling that fact is making your mind think right now. So I'm going to take it one step further. If you know what PTSD is, I'm going to do something here, and I'm going to chop off that last letter, and you got post-traumatic stress. The lingering stress that seems to weigh on us after an experience happens that we aren't sure how to process. The stress that comes to us when we continue to question why something happened the way it did, and we just feel it. What if I changed just one of those words to create a new understanding? Post-traumatic stress or post-traumatic strength. It's a perspective shift. But in all things, in each and every one of us, our stress from our tougher moments can transform into our strength from those tougher moments. When we begin to become aware that sometimes The price we pay for a deeper understanding, a deeper level of personal growth, and it is an expanded awareness, if you will. The price we pay is actually intensity. A deeper way of living, a deeper love, a deeper knowing in your life about who you are and what you're made of. A deeper knowing of your purpose and your goals truly comes from your most negative moments. The intensity, the stress, the trauma, the pain that you went through and are still standing from right now. The intense feelings and intense emotions. A greater version of you emerges from those intense moments when you allow it to. What do all of the incredible stories that we can connect to, why do they spark us in a certain way? Because these people chose to allow the unfoldment process to show their strengths. Rather than sitting on the sideline because the intensity became too great, they worked with the intensity and shifted it to their growth. That decision is in your hands in every single moment. No matter what you are or have gone through, that's the beauty of life. We choose it. In all situations, in all history, a light has always emerged from the price that was paid. And the price that is paid for incredible things to happen innately in us and for us at times is intensity. Don't let that intensity sideline you. And if it has, thank yourself for the time on the bench. You recovered, you took a break, you rejuvenated like in any game, but now it's time to get back in the game. It's time to see what you're made of. It's time to open up the gift that is in you in this life. And that's a great gift to finally see. But these intense moments, the stress, it can transform to strength when we have a practice in place, when we have an understanding. Many people sit on those sidelines because they didn't have the direction to get up and walk along to come back to the greatest version of themselves. That practice, in my opinion, is spiritual, but you will find a practice to allow yourself to come to a deeper meaning of you. I say spiritual for many reasons, but if someone can rise up out of the dark, if a person's story of perseverance can connect people across the globe, that story was heard with more than just ears. Because we all have a light to show in this world. And your intense moments is the price paid to let the light out. It's unfolding for you. To finally see and tap into your strength that was always there. You just need to let the light shine. That's perspective. That's a shift in your life just waiting to happen. Post-traumatic stress transforms to post-traumatic strength when you tell it to. And I'll drive it home with this right now. I want you to take a deep breath with me. That breath tells you that there is still life in those lungs, which means it's time to rise up and see how strong you are. There's a life to live as long as there's still breath there. It's time to rise up and see why it all happened the way it did. It's time to finally see what the intensity was uncovering in you, what strength was innately there. What can you do with the strength inside? Anything. You just need to start. But that's the deep message for today, guys. I want you to allow that to settle into your mind. It's a perspective shift, but in all things, a perspective shift can allow the greatest healing to unfold for you. No matter the stress or what caused it, the strength in you is just looking to emerge. Let it. But I thank you guys for tuning in. If you have questions, please comment below or find me on social media. Ask away, and an answer is on the way. But please like this message on YouTube. Please hit that thumbs up button. Share this message to someone who you feel needs to hear it. A friend, a family member, the guy walking down the street. Share it to someone. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss a message coming at you every single Sunday. And as always, if you or anyone you know is in need of a life coach or results coach, someone to tap into the mind with you, please go to BillyGLifeCoaching.com for more details. And you can set up a free strategy session with me and we'll dive into it. We'll get off the bench. We'll get off the sidelines and get into the game again. Check it out, guys. I thank you for tuning in. Let this message absorb. Take it, run with it, do what you need to. There's so much more in you. Let it emerge. Until next week, guys.
You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is wearing